Hi, my name is Sienna Serta, and for my critical assignment, I decided to write on James Baldwin. James Baldwin is an American activist and writer. James Baldwin's a lot of his workings had to do with stories about when he was growing up. He grew up in a home with the stepfather who abused him often and would starve him. And then as he got older, when he was in high school, he was racially profiled a few times by the police and called racial slurs. But James Baldwin decided to move away from America, and in Paris, he decided to write and talk about his experiences out here. And a lot of his writings had to do with change and how we must initiate change. So one of his things he talked about was about one of the things he mainly talked about was if we want change that we have to be willing to accept it and be ready to be put out of our comfort zone for it. And I think that has to do with a lot of stuff in today's current society, just because people love to believe that racism doesn't exist anymore because a couple of laws were passed back in the day to fix it, but now it still exists just in other areas, and no one's willing to change it. Another issue he liked to, another way he described as in getting change was for us to learn from our history and past experiences. And I want to say that dates back to today's society, how, for example, Colin Kaepernick chooses to kneel, whether we agree or we don't agree with the way he chooses to, how he chooses to get our attention and to change a social issue. It's still something that we haven't seen before, so that's why it's different for us, and we often view it as not being the way to change it. I also think that I like his approach to it just because I compare to, for example, back everyone marched, when everyone would march for what they wanted and protested, it worked and it got what we wanted. And then now when we see people march and protesting, it doesn't seem like it brings as much change as it used to bring. So that's why I really enjoy reading and researching James Baldwin, just for the simple fact that I feel that his journalism is a little bit different and changes the impact of talking about social issues, because social issues is such a very uncomfortable topic to discuss. The media typically discusses it when something goes down and they want to cover it for a week, but after the week's over, they're done and we don't hear about it until the next one. So I really enjoy writing about him just because he initiated change and he talked about what we needed to do. And the only thing I'm waiting for after writing my essay is just to see how many people actually are willing to make the change for change. Thank you.